Hi, it's Rich Tehrani. We're at CTIA 2010 in Las Vegas. Thanks for watching. On our program today is Emilio Franchy, who is the Senior Product Manager of the Microwave Measurement Division of Anritsu. Emilio, hi.
How you doing, Rich?
Thanks for being on the program.
Thank you.
You want to just give a quick overview on your company, please?
Yes, we're a test and measurement company.
Sure.
We have both, where I work at, we do a lot of handheld products, so things that are taken out in the field by technicians to test and maintain the networks. We also have a division that does all of the UE testing, so R&D development. So we kind of have to run the gamut of testing for all of the different providers and research and development also.
So that's exciting because there's just so much new technology out there in the wireless space.
Exactly.
And you've always got to be on top of it. And I think probably the most recent development is probably the 4G space.
Correct.
And I know you play there, right?
Right. We started with WiMAX. That's a couple of years ago. Since then, now late last year we introduced our first LTE release, supported 10 megahertz bandwidths, and actually at the show today we're actually showing our basically we're supporting all of the bandwidths up to 20 megahertz.
Excellent. And you have a customer win, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, we do. So today we were, Verizon announced that they had chosen Anritsu's BTS Master as their tool for testing their LTE networks for their nationwide rollout, starting with Boston and Seattle.
Excellent. So do you have any idea about how much equipment that is, or is it you're not even sure?
Not quite sure. I think that it really depends. But
it's kind of in their hands.
Exactly.
As to how much they buy.
But we're very happy that they chose our solution.
Well, congratulations. Yeah, obviously not a small customer.
No, definitely not.
So that's great. And I know that they're really, they were on the program a little bit earlier today, and they're really making tremendous investments right now in LTE.
Exactly.
And just ensuring that their future network is as solid as their existing network. And as I actually discussed with them, what we know is driving all this is not only the smartphones, but I get the sense that the smart tablets, between the Slate coming out from HP and the iPad and a slew of Android-based tablets are going to exponentially drive data rates even further than we think.
Yeah, and I think data really is what's driving everything right now. So the throughput and the bandwidths for high-speed data.
I'm just thinking about the HD video that people are going to be downloading to these devices. I mean, it's just insane how much bandwidth they're going to be consuming.
Exactly. And it's the idea of consuming it fast and having good service. And so we try to play in the market where it's optimized the network, the experience from the hardware point of view.
And how do you optimize?
Well, we test the radios. We also do sweep the cables and antennas. And so basically we make sure that everything's working optimal, or if there's not a problem, then that shows the technicians, engineers there is a problem. They can go in there and fix it, and then they can, from the base station perspective, they can optimize that experience. And there's a lot of other things involved as far as network planning, optimization, but we play in that as far as on the hardware, the base station side of things.
Now, there's interference in the 700 megahertz frequencies. Is that an area where you also help with the testing?
Yes, because we do also have handheld spectrum analyzers. So we are there are many competitors, but we do play in that market also. So typically, it's the spectrum clearing, the interference analysis. That's they use what's called our spectrum master products, and they'll take those out in the field to troubleshoot those problems. And then later on, then they get into more of the optimizing of the network. But to be honest, interference is really an ongoing thing. It's constant.
Just because of all the different frequencies that are just coming, new devices and things like that?
Devices, or you just never know if somebody turns on. The thing I hear the most about is when folks want to get better reception in the house, they buy some of those boosters. If they're not installed correctly, they cause interference problems.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that seems to be one of what I hear from a lot of vendors, and it's actually worldwide. From what I keep hearing from everybody.
Do they work?
If they're installed properly, they can.
I've tried a couple of them, and they haven't worked for me. But I'm sure I screwed up the networks for the carriers while I was experimenting.
Yeah, but
I've done a few tests, and I've never seen any improvement.
Well, I haven't tried it myself. I don't want to get in trouble. So.
No, I understand fully. Yeah. Maybe I should take some of your testing equipment, your booths right over there, and then walk around the show and try some of the boosters.
There you go.
There's maybe something. If I have some free time tomorrow, I could do that.
Yep.
So, what's the biggest challenge facing operators as they move to LTE?
I think it's basically just I think it's the same things as before. Getting the sites, you're optimizing for a different frequency. Luckily, at 700, you can have better penetration. It's also the expected data experience by the user, I think, is you know, you can have really high speeds with LTE, but you have to have optimal conditions for that to happen. So I think that the farther you get away from the site, it's going to have lower data speeds. So it's basically, I think, I think it's just a perception of how good is the service going to be for everybody, and what speeds are going to be basically, for better word, guaranteed or estimated to be out there.
And what's next for the company?
For us, we're just moving forward. We do have, I can't talk specifically, but we do have new products that we'll be releasing later in the year. There's running different parts of the gamut as far as where we're going to play, and we're real excited going forward. So we're constantly developing new products and constantly introducing things. Typically, annually, we'll have a couple different product releases, so very excited, looking forward.
Well, we'll be watching closely on the program, and also congratulations on the big win with Verizon.
Well, thank you very much. Really excited for that.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Take care.